On a global level, we're one of the only brokerages that have the model that we do. We are a place where investors can hold their license, so I allow investment activity, because I myself am an investor. So I actively work in the market, so I understand what the transactions that you're going to be doing are, and most brokerages are just really not designed for that. So the unique thing is that you are in a pool of agents, if you were to looking for a place to hang your license, or eventually hang your license, or have a team member who has a license, you're going to be within a culture of people supportive of your type of transactions all the time. So there's a ton of volume happening amongst our agents. 90% of them actively invest themselves, and 60% of them have come through some of the same education programs as the others. So it's a really unique culture to be a part of. And so, you know.
Tell me about your training that you offer.
Well, once a month we have on the third Wednesday of every month. If you're looking for somewhere to come and just reinvent some of your systems, rehash some systems, get some inspiration, some support, grow your network of people who are like-minded and dealing with some of the same type of events. We do on the third Wednesday a 4-hour free, open to the public event. Now it's required that if you're a licensee with us that you attend it, but we also have our licensees bringing their whole teams with them, which is really, really unique. So we talk lead generation, we talk sales strategies, we talk contract strategies, we talk investment strategies, and we usually have some sponsors coming in as well. And we always celebrate wins. So it's a situation where you can come in and actually probably lead there with someone you can transact with if you want to join us that third Wednesday of every month. You can find out our information on that table if you'd like to know more. I also wanted to just mention one last thing as one of the sponsors, that if you are familiar with Legal Shield or not, but have heard other people who are familiar with that, I highly recommend it. Charlie's here in the back and with his hand raised. If you want to find out more about how to have Legal Shield help your business, please make sure you talk to Charlie before you leave, or me. We have some flyers on the table back there as well.
If anyone needs a flyer for the investor package,
That's a great tool. All of my clients, I talk to them, even some of my newer clients are here. We haven't even talked about Legal Shield and the whole idea of Keepmore deals with making sure that all of your assets and all those stuff you worked so hard for is protected against litigation. So it's a great tool for estate planning as well. I'm going to ask Kenneth Higway to come up, and then Todd from Drive Planning, and just talk to us a little bit about what they do. And by the way, Amy and myself and Kenneth, we got this monthly level up started. This has been what, a year, a couple months or something like that. So.
First of all, good afternoon. How's everyone doing today?
Yeah.
Good. Awesome. So guys, my name is Kenneth Higway. I'm with Baker Collins and Company. Very simply, we are a private money lender here in Atlanta. We lend on renovation projects, rental loans, new construction projects, those line of credit. We work with all types of investors, whatever scenario that you may have, no experience, tons of experience, no credit, great credit, you name it, we finance it. We'll finance commercial loans as well. One of the things we love doing is we love kind of getting or educating our clients as to how private money, some folks may consider it hard money, which I do not like that term. But either way, we want to make sure that people really understand what they're getting themselves into. We understand that we have, there's a lot of options here in Atlanta as far as financing, and we want to kind of share with you guys what separates us from other folks. So we do offer a CE class, letting investors as well as realtors gain CE credit on rental loans, new construction, as well as lines of credit. And we also provide some free education for folks who are just starting out. If you are new to investing, obviously this event is more so for folks who've done a couple of deals, but if you've never done a deal before, because I know we have some of you guys in here, we do offer classes in regards to that, just kind of sharing with you that as well. So I thank you guys for coming out this afternoon. It's always a pleasure having you. We'll have a lot of fun here. And give a round of applause to David, because he's doing an awesome job.
Just loud. Drive Planning.
Hey, thank you all for being here today. I am Todd Burkhalter with Drive Planning, and we're a full-service financial consulting firm. And sometimes when we hear a lot of this information that we've heard, it's sometimes confusing and maybe even hard to know where's the next step, what's the next step that we should take. And our process takes you through a full model looking at all your financial decisions, and we have a team of experts ranging in all areas of the financial process, collectively, I think we have over 300 years of experience, and again, from professionals in investments, and real estate, and lending, and insurance, and literally anything that deals with money. That's what we want to help guide and direct you on. And so thank you for coming. Again, one of the things that oftentimes, or I guess I wanted to mention before we left, was if you've heard this term about the short-term rentals and the Airbnb process, we have a new process that you can find on driveplanning.com that allows you to take your property, or we can help find you a property to get into that Airbnb space where you can make significantly more cash flow as opposed to maybe longer term rentals. So if that's something you want to talk about, check it out at driveplanning.com or catch one of us back at the table.
Yeah, great. And in terms of diversity, we haven't even talked about that. Maybe we can talk about that in a minute as we answer the question, is there a market crash? But a lot of people aren't familiar with private investments. There's a sense in which, like when you have a house and you're selling it and so forth. But we do have something that's going really hot right now. Is we have a guaranteed 12% investment. It's guaranteed 12% backed by a $500 million company. It's not even tied to the market, and it is going like crazy. A lot of people are looking into that as a way to diversify and spread out some of their wealth. You can even tie it up for as little as 6 months. So these are some things that we do outside of just the typical financial advisor or consultant. It's going to be basically life insurance in the stock market. And for real estate investors, that's not a very attractive option. So we have a lot of flexibility in what we're going to do. Let me just take a minute to talk about Roger Herring, Investors Accounting. He was not able to make it. I can't imagine why an accountant would be tied up this time in April. I can't imagine what that would be. But I know, if anyone knows Roger, he's probably throwing stuff at the wall right now, looking at people's financial statements, or wondering, they haven't gotten me their statements yet. So he is one of our platinum sponsors. He's like, well, put in a good word for me. So I can tell you, he is, you have to pardon the Star Wars reference, he is a Yoda for real estate investors. And I've done quite a few things online with him, over Facebook. We've done seminars together. What he can do for you as a real estate investor is incredible. So I really encourage you to reach out to him. He only works with people who are real estate professionals. He does not work with, Tom and Susie working a W-2 job with a big 401k. He only works with people who are involved in real estate investing at some level. So I want to just shout out Roger Herring, Investors Accounting. You can find him online, and he's always here because he is very passionate about helping you as a real estate investor. And like Kenneth and like Amy and myself, Drive Planning, very passionate about instruction and raising your financial IQ. Every time I sit down with an entrepreneur or a real estate investor, I walk them through a process and I listen to what they're doing. And most of you are into this to make money, right? But a lot of times there's some blind spots in people. They don't know what they don't know. And that's what we kind of find out to see. And that's what Roger's really good at. So having said that, I'm going to ask the question, is a market crash a significant, let's say below 20%, above 20%, 25% or more, is a market crash impending? Is it coming soon? What do you think about that? Whether it's stock market, whether it's real estate, whether it's all of it. Is a market crash coming? And back up your answer.
Well, the answer is kind of loaded. Yes, I believe that there is going to be a market correction. I know people don't like that term, but I think that something will happen in short order. It's a matter of how you prepare yourself for that. What kind of markets are you in? What kind of investment deals are you in? And how do you make sure that you guard yourself and safeguard yourself as you move through that? But yes, I believe it happens. It has happened, every 10 years or so, since, I've been alive for the last 40 years. So yes, it is going to happen. You just need to guard yourself.
Why do you say, are you just saying a trend or
I see it as a
you're
trend.
seeing?
I see it as a trend. Again, like I said, a lot of these hedge fund operators are now walking into this market and they're picking up a lot of these low-level properties. I'm seeing that just the way that people are operating and moving nowadays, especially some of the financial markets, I do see it as a trend.
So last week, housing starts came out and they're down 8%. I don't know if that means anything to you guys, but it means a lot to me. Housing starts is a leading indicator of the economic cycle, right? I believe, and I believe that we're actively in a correction right now, at least in the real estate space. The stock market, I don't know enough about, you can probably comment on that, but it's super volatile, right? So for me, what I've been seeing is prices are starting to peak out. People are still trying to push the price, but buyers are not buying as much. And so they're very strict about what they want and the prices that they're willing to pay. That's something that we've noticed. We've also noticed that days on market, both in town and outside the perimeter, have been increasing. And that is a very strong indicator as to what's going on with the market. So that's what I believe. Do I believe there's going to be a crash? Listen, I can't tell the future, so I'm not going to speculate on that. Do I honestly believe there's going to be a crash? No. I think that the market is artificially stabilized. The Fed just, a couple of weeks ago said they're not going to be raising interest rates. So, it's when you have something that's artificially controlled, it's very hard to predict because I don't know people at the Fed. Maybe you guys do. But bottom line is, why are they controlling interest rates? The interest rate is largely the only tool that the Federal Reserve has to ensure that the market corrects itself when we have a downturn like we did in 2008, right? They lowered them to effectively zero, and it took them 7 years. It wasn't until December 2015 that they finally raised the interest rate a quarter of a point. So